Hello, goddess, and welcome to the new separate divine masculine message for Twin Flame Tuesday. Usually I create one video for Super Sign Sunday, Twin Flame Tuesday, and Thankful to Thrive Thursday. However, recently I was led to step out of that comfort zone, as we all are, and that is exactly going to be the reason why, goddess, why there's this seeming chaos, why things feel like they are crumbling and falling apart and things feel so heavy. The same can be said for the divine masculine's world too. You can be sure of that. In a true twin flame connection, we are very much exact mirrors of each other. With that, my name is Rochelle Richard. Welcome to my channel. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And by all means, please drop a comment. Let me know you were here. I love to hear from all of you, whether it's through my email, on Instagram, and of course, right here on YouTube. With that, I also would like to invite you for when you are ready to break free of any spaces and places you feel stuck, where you feel suffocating, you feel overwhelmed, you feel as though you may never find your power. That is why I am here. I am here to support you, and you may book a session, a private, deep dive, personal session with me at iamempowered.as.me. And with that, are you as excited as I am to hear what today's divine masculine message is for Twin Flame Tuesday? It's been very interesting, to say the least, with new beginnings on the horizon. Indeed, we have definitely had this message from the divine masculine recently. He desires these new beginnings, this new beginning with you. However, remember, isn't quite sure how to go about it. And of course, you, dear goddess, desire it too. However, you're kind of in your own state of upset. And I'm looking down and it is 111 on my phone. And this after I'm going to say that I literally had 717 in the divine feminine message on the timer. And in that video for the divine feminine, I mentioned at that time that this morning I have already had on a single scroll within 10 posts of my Instagram, it was 717, and I swear it was not 2 posts down, 111, and then maybe another 5 posts down, and it was 333. So there we are. We have that 717, we have the 111, the energy, and there's 333 on the timer as well. So there we have it. Holy moly. This is the energy, and looky there, number 17 on this card. So we just all of a sudden, with this divine masculine message, we have all of these numbers just coming like crazy. The divine masculine, again, he wants to come in. And now when I say he, that's my reference for me and for a lot of divine feminines that I work with. However, not gender specific. I recognize that. So, however, for me, it's a he. Number 17, number 717, number 111, number 333. These are where we are right now. Those are the energies that we're bringing in. This again, focusing on your thoughts, the twin flame awakening. Let's bring these up again. Twin flame awakening, 111, align with your vision, awareness of your thoughts. That's what we were talking about. I even have a special bonus video for today that isn't an additional reading. What it actually is a video that I created just before recording the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine messages, wherein it is some cleansing, some saging, Palo Santo, and just clearing the energy and setting the intention that we are letting go of these habits, these thought patterns and such, these habit patterns, especially thoughts that are heavy, that are not aligned with the vision that we desire. And again, transforming into the true you, it's time for you to come home to union within. You have increasing powers of rapid manifestation. Manifestations are getting close. This is exactly what transpires as we are on the journey of spiritual growth and enlightenment. Look, strong union for twin flames, renewal of love with presence of balance and stability. And we have this interconnectedness between the divine feminine, of course, the divine feminine message, and the divine masculine message, with that balance card that came in for the divine feminine. Here we go again. Be aware of the words you speak and how you are being. You create your reality, which is so big on this right now, to really, again, be constantly reminding ourselves, being ever vigilant, especially with regards to our counterpart who is seeking and desiring these new beginnings. However, feeling that energy, goddess, feeling that chaos, feeling the chaos within him, and knowing that to some extent, even though he may not have expressed fully the understanding of this connection, he does know that you're feeling it too. He knows. He may not say it, but he knows. Again, spiritual awakening again on this 333. Encouragement and assistance. Ask for help. We had that support card in the divine feminine. Clarify your desires. Specificity is key. Recognize the abilities within you. And I love this. Ascended masters are with you, master in training. We are masters in training in the respect that we chose to come here. And if your shit feels like it is next level shit, like you're doing the advanced game of life, welcome to the master's program, goddess. The master's program, not a coincidence. Oof. So, ooh. I love that this card just popped out, because you know what? Goddess. In the divine feminine message, you're the very first card for you. This is the gentleness card, being gentle with yourself, giving yourself grace, getting off your back. The divine masculine, he is working on this as well. Really learning to go easy on himself for all the things that he said and did that he wished he hadn't when it came to you. Realizing, especially in some moments, what he really did have in you and how he doesn't have it any longer at this point in his life. And thus, the reason for the desire for these new beginnings. Now, again, remember, goddess, I am not one to say tomorrow, next week, because time is relative in the sense that time actually doesn't even exist, right? Everything is always right now. What's already happened has happened, and we are actually asked to extract from that the lessons, the learning, the gift from it, and then integrate that and move forward, making the changes necessary so that we do not need to carry regret and resentment and judgment and blame and shame and all these things that lead us to needing new beginnings, right? And we have here, well, of course, being asked to flow, to go with the flow. That is one of the biggest ways that we are gentle with ourselves, that we can give ourselves grace and do give ourselves grace. And what the divine masculine is really having been forced to learn in his own journey. To learn to go with the flow. To begin to recognize that for all of us, there are going to be plenty of challenges in our lives that are things that we would rather not have to go through. Yet we must, because they are for us to grow through. And words do not teach, Goddess. Only life experience gives understanding. That, wow, is where the power lies. That is where the divine masculine is finding his power right now, is that he has had to walk into the fire. I recently heard Garth Brooks standing outside the fire. We have to walk into the fire, Goddess, to get to the other side, to get to that wonderland that we desire to. For these new beginnings, he's learning that he has to reclaim his power and walk straight, just straight into the flames of that which he fears the most. Because fear is false evidence appearing real. Appearing real. And he's learning this, just as you have been. Being able to recognize that there is power in gentleness, in grace, that there is power in surrendering to the flow. And look at those double ones. My goodness, we got just cards all over the place. Oh my, look. Undergoing a lot of growth there, that divine masculine sure is. Just as you have been, Goddess. Remember, again, in a true twin flame connection, there is very much intense mirroring in that exact time. It's also recognizing, for the divine masculine, the growth in that he's not just being willy-nilly about it. He's truly, genuinely checking his energy before he comes in. And the same with you, Goddess. I know for me, when my divine masculine all of a sudden appeared 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, and it was just a little peek. He just peeked into my life, just like he would, and I would go running. Old me would go running. And then it would be the same cycle. This time, nope. I've stood my ground. He really needs to lean all the way in towards me, because I'm not leaning anymore. Over the cliff, dangling, holding on to the edge by one hand for him. Isn't that how it's felt? And he recognizes this, Goddess. He recognizes the growth that's in you, because as well, there is growth that is happening in him. Immense, tremendous growth. Thus, why, again, these new beginnings haven't just been so rushed, and he's not been overzealous about it. Because he recognizes that he's got to tread lightly, in the sense of being aware and thus mindful, therefore being conscious when he comes back in the physical. Growth, wisdom that has come from this purification process. This having to go through this fire. And I'm again hearing Garth Brooks standing outside the fire. Life is not tried, it is merely survived if you're standing outside the fire. Words don't teach, Goddess. And just as you have been having to learn this for you, so has the divine masculine been learning it for him too. That this wisdom is achieved through this purification process. And that this purification has always, always, always been necessary to achieve this wisdom, this growth that would bring you back to these new beginnings that are on the way, Goddess. But I assure you, and I'm feeling called to point this out, that when you get frustrated, when you get discouraged because he hasn't, or because things aren't going as you would like them to go in your connection with him, or just simply with your own growth journey, that's when we're resisting. That's when we're pushing away. That's when we're not in the flow. You're learning this, and the divine masculine is learning this. Okay? We have so many numbers immersed throughout this entire message, from 717, 111, 333. We have number 17 there, right? Let's go ahead and just bring that one back up, because that one's a frequent flyer. Be in gratitude, twin flame mission. It's what we are all stepping into, right? Advancements in your relationship are coming. My goodness, new beginnings right there, and right there just confirmed. We are closing timelines of hardships and frustrations, and that, again, to reiterate, where both counterparts clearly are, the mirroring from the divine feminine message, is that things right now are feeling so excruciatingly heavy, so intensely burdensome, because those are the things you're being asked to let go of, to surrender to allow for the universe to support you. All right, dear Goddess, when you are ready for a deeper dive, a greater understanding, when you're just fed up with feeling disempowered on this journey, I am here for you. You can book a session with me at iamempowered.as.me. And I assure you, I guarantee you that you will leave feeling so much lighter, feeling truly supported, feeling ready for whatever comes next in your twin flame self-love empowerment journey. I am here for you. I am here to remind you that the power to get through all of this, the power to surrender to the journey, the power to let go and allow your divine masculine to be in his space, and you to stand strongly, firmly in your power, stand your ground, to not lean into where it throws it out of balance. Thus why the divine feminine is being asked to create that balance, to bring herself back into balance. Because a balance within either of the counterparts is an imbalance within either of the counterparts is certainly an imbalance within the connection. Okay, I will link the Divine Feminine video down below as well as the Intention Sage Palo Santo burning video that I was led to record right before this. And with that, dear Goddess, again, that power, the power, it's in your hands. Because I promise you, that power, it's always, always been inside you. Namaste. Hey there, Goddess. I had to add this little piece after I ended the video. As I was guided, right, we flowed. I went, oh, I looked down and I saw the dragon card and the number 11, and I mentioned the number 11, correct? And I went, oh, well, what was that message? And I had to include it. I had to come back on and share with you, very first thing, number 11, new beginnings and opportunities, boom. new beginnings and opportunities. Let go of any negativities. Those are two major facets of today's Twin Flame Tuesday messages, dear sweet goddess, is that new beginnings are on the horizon. You've got to allow them, especially with your counterpart, whether that is fully in the physical or strictly in the spiritual, in the energetic space. Because that's where it's got to begin, goddess, is in that spiritual space and letting him in. Letting him in because he wants this. But your energy has to be receptive to him as well. So let go of the negativities. Go check out the Divine Feminine message if you have not yet. That again is linked in the description below. With that, dear goddess, again, to remind you that the power is in your hands. The power to get out of your own way. By simply getting off your own back. That power, it's in your hands because it has always been inside you. Namaste.